quick demo of ThoughtTalk. We start off with an abstract representation of the input A or B star, and our goal is to create the partition function so that all the A's are at the front and all the B's are at the back. So before we actually start manipulating this, we need to unsimplify this to draw out the A's and the B's at the beginning. So we click on this guy here, and we say, okay, we're going to go into unsimplify mode, right, which gives us a lot of options for doing semantically preserving transformations. So first we're going to pull out the AB star to the left. We're going to eliminate that B, and we're going to convert that to a star so that we've drawn out all the A stars at the beginning. And we're going to do the same thing at the end, except this time we're going to draw out all the B's. Then we're going to convert this to an option and draw out the following B and A for the A star and the B star. So here we're going to delete the A, and we're going to drop the option so that now we have A star and then it must be followed by a B. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Drop the A, no, drop the B, and get rid of the option. Okay, so this is the input we want, so we're done with that. So we go done. Now we're going to add our indices. Indices are important because they're like sort of the way you do computation over a array. Right, so we're going to add one at the beginning. We're also going to add one at the end. Okay? And the first thing we can do is, well, we can skip the A star at the front and we can skip the B star at the back because, you know, that's already in the form that we want. So we're going to move the index, the IDX forward by 1. We're going to move JDX backwards. Okay? Now we have this little option here, right? We're going to break into that. What's interesting here is that if you look at the sort of the leading set, right? This starts with B and this starts with B, which wouldn't be computable because, you know, it would be ambiguous whether we go to here or we go here. However, since JDX is already here and IDX is here, we already know that if this is empty, then IDX equals JDX. So the system will allow us to do a conditional here. So now we're going to do a conditional, and what this does is it breaks out. This is kind of like destructuring the option. Okay, so we select this, right, and we want to do the last one. Right, once we do that, we see, okay, what happened? Right, so now this option becomes not an option in this case, or it's epsilon in this case. In this case, it's kind of done, so we can just sort of say, well, that's done. Right, we don't have to worry about that any further. So let's focus on this one. Right, now we have our B and we have an A. We want to be able to swap those, so we have to move JDX forward 1 for the swap to work. Right, once we've done that, we click on IDX and we can see the swap is available as an option for us, which just, you know, turns A and B around. And, you know, it actually shows us the result that we want in the menu. Okay, so we do that. Wow, they're done. Now we move IDX forward. Now that's sort of in the shape that we want, but now we have to do this again. Right, so we really want to start at the beginning again where we just inserted the indices and have A, B star unsimplified to our original input. But we can't really see that. But if we expand this, right, we can see all the previous steps that we had. Right, unsimplified, add IDX, add JDX, move IDX forward, move JDX forward. This is, right here, this is what we really want to go back to. Right, because A, B star, A or B star can expand to this just like we did it at the beginning. Right, so we're going to switch this to go to, right, and then we're going to sort of, you know, drag ourselves there. And actually we notice that all we can do is, you know, this red means that you can't go to this one because the merge doesn't work. But here the merge works. So we can go to there if we want, and that's actually where we want to go. So we add this, and voila, we're done. So let's see what happened. Right now, it had to split this block to do the go to because now you had, you know, 2 branches coming in. If we expand that, we can see that, you know, now the A stars that we collected are now shoved at the beginning, and the B stars are shoved at the end, right? And then, it moves forward again, just like we already expressed this ourselves. Then we come to the branches, and either, there's nothing here, and we're done, or there's something there, and, we just go and we move JDX, we do the swap, and then we do the go-to again. Okay, and that's it. So we can always expand and we can always collapse these if we want. The idea is that when you're doing direct manipulation, you don't really want to see the intermediate steps, you just want to see the current step. But sometimes when we do a go-to, we really kind of want to see the intermediate steps because we might want to branch to an intermediate state that's been obscured in the collapsed representation. And of course, we also kind of want to see what we did. Okay, that's it for this one. Thank you.